Isaac Barnett, Kyle Ingram, the other two officials. 7-1 against 7-6. Your picture not altered, folks. UCF 7-7 in conference play. ECU 4-9 playing for a pole position in the conference tournament. And a violation against Fall, and UCF will give the tip to East Carolina.
At 7'6" with an 8-foot 4-inch wingspan, it's hard to time your jump to tap the ball.
You speak from experience.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
No, maybe coached guys. Nobody coached anybody that big before.
So Jeremy Shepard for East Carolina, the freshman point guard. Pirates' best player, Kentrell Barkley, is not starting for the second straight game, disciplinary reasons. Did play 32 minutes off the bench on Wednesday, so he should get some run. And ECU starts with a three from the red-hot freshman point guard out of Richmond, Jeremy Shepard.
Jeremy Shepard is an assist maker, but he absolutely has the ability to knock down open threes. He leads all freshmen in assists in the American at 3 per game.
These two teams are two of the best field goal percentage defenses in the country. UCF is first at 35.6%. East Carolina just a little bit worse at 37%. And of course, each team hits its first shot. Nick Banyard for the Knights.
Going to see a lot of ball screens and rolls for UCF because they have Taco Fall cleaning up the glass. If you leave Taco Fall, he's going to get the offensive rebound. If you stay connected to him, you're going to get a straight line drive.
Fall right now looking for position on Washington. Leads to A.J. Davis a three, and that's short. UCF, couple of terrific shooters in Taylor and Matt Williams. East Carolina may be content to let Davis get that shot. On the other end, it is Elijah Hughes, the freshman, and the first 5 points come from first-year players for the Pirates.
How about that dime by Jeremy Shepard, one in the white. Talked about him leading the American in assist. That was off the dribble. Beautiful pass.
Most of any freshman, 3.3 per game. Here's Banyard, the transfer from New Mexico and Illinois State. First touch for Fall, who did not move, and Washington alters his shot, picks up the loose change.
Well, Washington altered it just enough and kept his body on him where Fall couldn't just dunk it. He wanted to dunk it. He tried to dunk it. Just that little bump without causing a foul can make a big difference.
When you're 7'6", you don't get that kind of coverage normally. Washington at 7-1 going toe-to-toe with Fall. Shepard eschews the screen. Washington in between three, fights for the rebound, got knocked down, but no call. Taylor and the Knights to push the pace. B.J. Taylor, UCF's leading scorer at just under 17 points per game, and the redshirt sophomore is fouled.
B.J. Taylor, one in the black. He loves to attack the rim. Last 5 games, he's attempted 8.5 free throws per game, but he only shoots it at 62%.
Taylor, who missed all of last season with a foot injury, missed 7 games this year with a thumb. You see the tape on his right hand, and he misses the first. Knights coached by Johnny Dawkins. 8 years at Stanford, longtime assistant and National Player of the Year at Duke in his first year in Orlando. And really, the folks here feel like this team is ahead of schedule. They're only playing today with 7 scholarship players, and one of those, Tank Effiani, has knee tendonitis, missed the last game, though he is available today. But with a lot of players that departed the program, whether to graduation or transfers, for UCF to be at 16-10, even in conference, been awfully impressive. Washington, a one-hand dunk, his first 2.
That offensive possession was impressive for East Carolina. They worked on that today in shoot-around, going to the elbow and back-cutting against Taco Fall.
In the bottom 10 of the country in points per game, only shoot over 39% by a hair. But a good start for ECU on that side of the ball. Here's Williams, one of the best three-point shooters in the country, off to Banyard. Banyard hits from deep. What a key he is. He was 4 for 4 from deep last game.
In his last 9 threes, he's made 7. So right now, he's 8 for 10 on his last 10 threes. He is hot. They got to find him.
So key to have that third scorer Banyard 18-9 Tuesday in a blowout home win over Tulsa.
Look at 24 in the black, Taco Fall. He never leaves the paint defensively, even if his man goes to set a ball screen. He's playing a one-man zone.
Taylor in the corner. Rebound knocked out of bounds. It will stay with UCF. Look at Andre Washington and Taco Fall. Andre Washington at 7'1". Fall at 7'6", one of the 40 tallest people in the world. And he will leave the game right now for Chad Brown. Maybe just a rest before the media timeout.
That's exactly what it is. And Taco Fall's in so much better shape than a year ago. At 7'6", about 290. Wears it well.
18 minutes per game last year, up to 26 this season. Saw a jumper from Matt Williams to put UCF in the lead. Here's Caleb White.
See, anytime Taco falls out of the game, if I'm East Carolina, I'm looking to drive to the rim.
It'll be UCF ball when we return with a 1-point lead for the Knights. Looking for a sweep in the season series. Will be a more extended rest. Chad Brown stays in for UCF. Starting five still on the floor for East Carolina. Yet to see their best all-around player, Kentrell Barkley, not starting for disciplinary reasons. Well, we should see him soon. Brown, no chance against Washington, his first smother.
Barkley is key for them because he's so strong, he's so physical. Last game against Temple, he had 19 points, 13 rebounds. He is a big-time contributor to the Pirates.
And if we're talking about Barkley for the first time you've heard of him, you might be surprised to find out he's only 6'5", but the best rebounder in conference games in the American. Shepard using his terrific speed, and that one's off A.J. Davis for to shoot for the Pirates.
It's a tough spot here in the corner. With 4 seconds, you have plenty of time to get a couple of dribbles off, but you got to get this ball in bounds.
Thrown away from Hughes. It's taken by Banyard for UCF, and Banyard goes up over Riak.
That was my fear. When you're in the corner tight, you have to be exact with your cuts and your screens. The court is at a different angle. And one guy's thrown it, the other guy's not looking for it. That's how you turn the ball over.
Already 7 for Nick Banyard. Season average is 5.4. We played 5 minutes, 2 seconds. And Banyard leaves it short. He will stay at 7 just a few days after a career high 18 in a 18-point win over Tulsa.
See that 3-2 zone right now by UCF without Taco Fall in the game. Fits their personnel.
Washington goes to work on Chad Brown. Pretty little right hand hook.
Chad Brown giving up about 6 or 7 inches against Andre Washington. Washington doesn't like contact and bumps. He prefers the face-up game. But you can see a soft touch for a 7-footer.
Here's Taylor around the hard hedge from Riak. Fifth-year player Williams off to Banyard. 3 for 3 to start. Davis left alone. Now on the drive, Davis does not finish. Not a great three-point shooter, Davis. And he's someone that East Carolina has left open a couple of times.
Now without Taco Fall in the game, as I said before, any opportunity to drive it and go rim for East Carolina, do it.
Hughes, wrap around Washington. Right on cue.
But when the shot blocker's not in the game, the rim looks a lot bigger. There's more space in the paint.
6 points for Washington. East Carolina back at front. And Taylor's being hounded by Shepard, who picks up his second early foul. Jeremy Shepard, who really has stepped into the point guard role with an injury to B.J. Tyson, who will now check in. Shepard has played so well, but he will have to take an early seat. It's a pretty good guy to have off the bench, so Tyson, who missed 7 games with a leg injury. Second leading scorer at 11.4 per game. all-conference rookie team a couple of years ago.
Jeremy Shepard keeps the offense flowing for East Carolina. He thinks pass first, score second, gets his teammates involved, and he makes his team better.
Just saw Michael Perry, Jeff Lebo still out due to hip surgery. Michael Perry, 10th season as an assistant. His tenure actually predates Lebo's. Good to see Jeff, though, at practice today. He's been at practice quite a bit over the last few weeks, watching film with the team.
He looked great today. Terrific spirits.
Well on the road to recovery. Travel against Banyard, who looks like he got his knee banged up.
Tell you what, ECU, we talk about UCF's defense, and it's outstanding. But East Carolina does a great job of bodying up. That means putting their body on your body without committing the foul. And that's taught and drilled in practice every day by Jeff Lebo and the staff.
Banyard is out of the game. Tank Effiani is in. Taco Fall, by the way, has returned. Second meeting of the year between these two, and UCF won a slugfest 48-45 back on January the 3rd. I think it was nice, by the way, for Jeff to come here and talk to you. You two got to have a nice little hip surgery conversation.
Yeah, we're kind of joined at the hip, if you know what I mean.
Boy. That's batting practice right there, folks. You're looking good, though, I have to say.
I'm ahead of Jeff on the schedule, but I'll tell you what, when you talk about basketball players in the day, Jeff Lebo as good as it gets for North Carolina.
Washington saves it. Taco Fall picks it up. Washington is still down. UCF tries to take advantage. Davis will take that shot and misfires again. Here's B.J. Tyson, the junior. Tyson to the rack. That is his first basket and 1,100 career points in 3 Pirate years.
You take a look at those offensive possessions. UCF, a quick corner three, they miss. The Pirates with the push and the layup. When you shoot quick threes and they miss, their long rebounds and a chance for runouts.
ECU 12-14, but 11-4 here at home. Effiani with a three-pointer to tie the game. The senior and a JUCO transfer from Daytona State.
A good ball movement by UCF. They moved it around the perimeter, made the defense move, had a chance to knock it down.
Foul underneath will send us to another break. Looks like about another close one between UCF and ECU. 13-13 early. First Kentucky-Georgia game went into overtime. Malik Monk had to hit a late jumper just to send it there, and the Wildcats survived.
That's going to be a tough game for Kentucky. J.J. Frazier on the outside, Yante Mate on the inside for Georgia.
Cats in search of a 4th straight win. Nathan Lang in the game, 51 for UCF to play a little point guard, give Taylor a breather. On Tuesday against Tulsa, Taylor, Matt Williams, Davis, and Banyard all played 38 or 39 minutes. Ball thrown away here, then Tyson gives it right back.
Great weak side help by East Carolina on the anticipation, but they gave it right back.
Lang, the walk-on transfer from Jacksonville State, slows him down. Matt Williams is grabbed down high by Elijah Hughes. Only 7 scholarship players available for UCF. A team with some terrific top-end talent, but at a sophomore guard, Chance McSpadden tears ACL. Cesar DeJesus, a freshman guard they were counting on, has been ineligible all year because of some NCAA issues. And they have 4 transfers on the roster, but they won't play until next year. So it could be a wealth of talent next year. For now, it is a dearth of depth, but a nice job for the available Knights. Davis again. He is 0 for 3 from 3, and the ball saved by Hughes.
Davis, just 25% from 3 this year. He's taken a couple of them this first couple of minutes. I think he's got to try to get closer to the rim.
That seemed by design to you for East Carolina's defense to let him have that shot?
Yeah, there's that old adage, there's a reason why you're open.
Hughes throws it away. Another East Carolina turnover. That's 5.
You see when Davis has the ball, it's not a hard closeout. It's a half a closeout. At 25%, you can live with him shooting that shot. Taco Fall's got to get some more touches in the offense.
Davis will check out for Banyard. Fall has 1 shot. That's it so far.
And the last pass into Fall, it has to be high. You have to throw it up where only he can catch it. He'll catch it high. He'll keep it high.
Washington is out right now. It's Jabari Craig at 6'10". JUCO transfer on Fall. Offensive rebound, Banyard. What a game he's had to start. Williams slips. Kept it alive, though. And Caleb White with a little pickpocket knocks it out of bounds. 21 to shoot, and B.J. Taylor will check back in. Still no sign of Barkley for East Carolina. Raekwon Wilkins checks in. That's 9 Pirates who've entered the game. Barkley, we're told, would not start for disciplinary reasons. Still sitting. Banyard going to work in the post. Taylor with 5, a deep 3. And Fall is there to sky for the rebound. Williams.
You got to keep your body on Fall. If you give him any space, he will easily get the offensive rebound.
Wilkins cannot answer, and Williams with a rebound in transition. Effiani to the tin and scores. Tank Effiani hits the deck after rolling it in. And East Carolina's Michael Perry wants a timeout. Quick surge for UCF and a 5-point lead for the Knights.
They're 5th nationally in points allowed at 61, and they lead the American Conference in 3-point field goal percentage defense. It's nice when you have a 7'6" guy in the middle with an 8'4" wingspan. Oh, and by the way, a 10'5" standing reach.
Grabs about 1/3 of the net when he's bending his elbows, just standing up. He's out of the game now, and Nzigi missed a bunny, but it's touched by Davis. Chad Brown is playing the 5 right now for UCF. Another breather for Taco Fall.
Each time Taco Fall steps out of the game for UCF, you see the Pirates of East Carolina trying to go inside, touch the paint with the dribble or the post-up.
Wilkins will do just that. Jabari Craig. All defended by Brown, and back out to Tyson. Tyson the floater. And a foul on the floor. Now that's the type of shot by Tyson, even if it doesn't go in, you're going to think twice about if there's a 10'5" standing reach waiting underneath.
No, you're only going to think once.
Okay.
And you're not going to do it. Okay, because if Taco Fall's in the game, what Taco Fall does is he makes the offensive player think. And when you think and you're trying to play at the same time, it's a difficult thing to do. If you're not sure when to shoot it, when to release it, indecision will cause a turnover.
Washington is back in. So advantage East Carolina in the height department. These two of the tallest teams in the nation. UCF tied for the tallest roster. ECU 6th. White way off the mark on a 3-point try. He has yet to score. Matt Williams. Contested pull-up. Brown flies in and commits it over the back foul. First on Chad Brown.
Chad Brown, undersized forward, played his summer basketball for Florida. Elite, active, aggressive. Gives them the depth that they need in the front court. Can play a little 3, can play a little 4. As you mentioned, they are down bodies and scholarship players.
Chance McSpadden, who is recovering from a torn ACL and currently wearing a brace on his knee, was essentially a full participant in practice today, and he had to be for UCF to have 10 guys. 7 scholarship players, a couple of walk-ons that contribute as well, including Lang in the game right now. And Ziggy with a save over the head. Little pinball wizardry finds its way to Taylor.
Great hustle by Ziggy. And a good shot by ECU. Good ball movement, just missed it.
Taylor guarded by Hughes. Inside Davis.
Look at the movement on the post feed.
Davis going up lefty over Washington. Brown's second chance left short.
Tell you what, these two teams are so well coached. Johnny Dawkins, Jeff Lebo. You see ball movement, you see player movement, you see screening. They've each struggled to shoot it a little bit this year.
Hughes. And an offensive foul against Elijah Hughes. His second. Pirates piling up fouls early on.
Six inches with an 8'4" wingspan. He's a game changer on the defensive end. And Johnny Dawkins told us today at shoot around, it's not so much the shots that he blocks, it's the ones that he changes. For every block shot, he probably changes 2 to 3.
That foul before the break, by the way, was charged to Chad Brown of UCF, his second. So Hughes to the line for 2 shots. And Elijah Hughes has the first East Carolina point in nearly 5.5 minutes.
This is a good-looking freshman for East Carolina. Great body, good skill level, and an excellent feel for the game. You don't see that with a lot of freshmen.
6'6", 220 from Beacon, New York, and he missed a month, too, with a stress fracture in his foot. Some pressure now from East Carolina. Williams over the top to Banyard. And the Knights do a nice job to break the pressure.
You know, East Carolina was down 17 at UCF. They pressed UCF in those last 5 or 6 minutes, down 17. And UCF turned it over, had some mistakes, got East Carolina back into the game where they had a chance to tie it up at the buzzer.
Had 20 turnovers in the game, only 3 so far today. How about Taylor high off the window with Washington looming? First field goal for B.J. Taylor, the Knights' leading scorer. Washington now trying to post up Fall. Passed out of the double. Shepard too strong.
Great double by UCF. Good throw up by Washington.
Williams on the handoff. Davis delivers.
And Andre Washington, 7-1. You got to challenge that at the rim. Big fella was watching.
Still have not seen Kentrell Barkley, the leading scorer and rebounder for East Carolina, who did not start for the second straight game due to disciplinary reasons. But on Wednesday, he came off the bench, played 32 minutes. Not going to be the case today. Banyard, contact from Nzigi, tries to feed Fall, and Taco is whistled for 3-second violation.
You only get 3 seconds to stay in the lane. You can go out and come back in as much as you want. The count starts over again, but you cannot plant yourself offensively in the paint for 3 seconds.
Shouldn't you get an extra second if you're 7'6"?
They should take away seconds at that size. He should only get 2 seconds. The tallest man in college basketball, Taco Fall, 24 in the black.
7 feet 6 inches and much improved this year. His second at UCF. Fall cutting off the baseline. Hughes on the drive, hands it off beautifully to Nzigi. Just beat the timer.
Best offensive possession of the afternoon for the Pirates. The drive baseline, the kick out, drive it again, make the shot blocker commit, dump it down.
Williams. ECU catches a break there. It's a young man who's 9 3-pointers away from the school record.
See Taco Fall, 24 in the black. He just stays in the paint. Even when Andre Washington goes out to set a ball screen, he stays at home.
And Washington's been a little mobile. Nzigi for 3. Nzigi delivers his second 3-pointer of the season.
Well, Jeff Lebo told us today the rim is a little bit bigger at home than it is on the road.
7-0 run for the Pirates, and Washington denies Taylor.
Andre Washington, he leads the American Conference in blocks at 3.4 per game. He comes from the weak side. The staff talked about the timing today, and you see Washington just wait on that. He jumps second, waits for the offensive player to release the ball. That's what makes him a special shot blocker.
3 blocks for East Carolina so far. Taylor. Rebound and Ziggy.
Well diagrammed play by Johnny Dawkins.
Good hands by Davis on the other end, trying to outrun Washington, and he will. A.J. Davis, the son of Antonio Davis, the Tennessee transfer, with an emphatic 2. Hughes pass deflected and grabbed by Fall.
And that's the turnover effect that Taco Fall has on opponents.
Wait for Taco to get down the floor. Fall posting Washington. Here he is. Nice pass, Taco, and Banyard is fouled. I guess you have some good vision. You can see over the top when you're 7'6".
Well, for UCF, it's all about the defense. And A.J. Davis gets in the passing lane. The push. UCF up 2. Dominate the paint. Virginia, a good shooting team. They haven't shot the ball well lately. They have to make some outside shots, but they can't rely on the jumper if they're going to beat North Carolina. They're going to have to get near the paint to score.
Brutal stretch for UVA. Double overtime loss to Virginia Tech. Lost to Duke. No rest for the weary.
When you lose 2 in a row at this time of the year, you're coaching confidence, Kevin, as much as you're coaching X's and O's. And Tony Bennett, one of the best in the country when it comes to confidence, offense, defense, practice. He's the whole package.
1 for 2 for Nick Banyard, and UCF the 3-point lead. Taco Fall 7-6, Andre Washington 7-1. Both in the game for the Knights and Pirates respectively. Washington with 6 points, 3 blocks. Fall with only 1 shot that has not gone in, but a couple of nice passes.
East Carolina in their active zone. It's a 2-2-1. Looks like a 3-2, but the wings are up high.
Hughes found some space, missed the long 2. There's Washington guarding Falls. Davis spins around and travels. What you see East Carolina doing on this end, though, and we saw it at shooter, and they're trying to push Fall to the backside away from the ball.
Well, 2 things they're trying to do. They're not letting him catch the ball deep in the paint, and when he catches it, they are sending another defender down to take away his space. A lot of coaches call it digging it out, doubling. They call it choking.
Caleb White yet to score for East Carolina. Terrific feed for Shepard, but we have a whistle before the shot.
I think he stepped out of bounds.
Shepard was on the baseline. A turnover for East Carolina. That's 8 turnovers against ECU. Taylor gets a step. Taylor over Washington. Fall with a second chance. Slam. Thunderous first basket for Taco Fall, and a turnover for the Pirates on the other side.
And this is the dilemma you have when you play against Taco Fall. There's a dribble handoff. You see 31 in the white. If you come off, you have to block that shot. If you don't, this is what's going to happen. Taco Fall is going to flush it. So that's the decision you have to make as a defender. If you come off, you better block it. Sometimes it's best, Kevin, to stay locked in a fall, and sometimes just see what happens at the rim.
Banyard inside. Left it short, and Washington hustles for the rebound.
And that time they got the rebound because Andre Washington did a good job of just sitting down, if you will, on the legs of Taco Fall.
White with a deep 3, his first bucket. Missed his first 2 from deep.
Well, that's the guy who's got to get hot for East Carolina.
His school record 110th start, and it leads to a timeout UCF. You never want to sleep on UConn this time of year, particularly with some home games in the conference tournament.
I'll give you another team not to sleep on. Very dangerous team, the Houston Cougars. top 2 leading scorers in the conference.
They got a big one tonight on ESPN2. Right after our game, they host SMU. Win there goes a long way toward potential at-large conversation.
Calvin Sampson has done an amazing job. The rebuild he's done at Houston. Damian Dotson and Rob Gray, 39 points between them.
Fall up over Washington, rebound for Elijah Hughes.
See when Taco Fall shoots that at 7'6", that jump hook, he's shooting it down. Most guys have to shoot it up first. Great improvement he's made under Johnny Dawkins. And his body's changed. That's been the key.
He lost some weight only to put it back on as muscle, redistribute his body weight. Hughes from the corner, no. That would have given East Carolina the lead.
So I need to see Johnny Dawkins after this game to redistribute my body weight, lose some weight, and tighten up.
Taylor with 5. Davis, no on the deep 3, and Williams did not get it up in time, even though he hit the shot in the corner. Highest degree of difficulty trigger in the half came from Williams right there, but it does not count. And UCF's lead is a couple of points heading to the break. So good matchup between 7'1" Andre Washington and 7'6" Taco Fall early. Looking for some pole position over these final 4 conference games. A 2-point lead here at the half.
Well, for the American Conference, when you can get that bye, you only need 3 games to win it all versus 4. Anytime you can play less games to win it all, it's an advantage.
And especially when you have 7 scholarship players, and that lack of depth can catch up with you when you're playing multiple days in a row, as UCF does. Fall knocked away by Washington on his first shot of the half, but B.J. Taylor's there for a second chance bucket.
I'll tell you what, that was great defense by Andre Washington. Couldn't do it any better. Held his ground, timed his jump. But the second chance points are hurting East Carolina. That's 9 so far for UCF.
And none for ECU. So where do the Pirates go on offense here in the second half?
They got to get into the paint, but not all the way against Fall. They got to make some 2-foot jump shots.
Hughes
right inside that arc.
Caleb White off to Washington. And the big man just outside the paint. That's, I think, what you're talking about.
Outside the paint, Kevin, inside the 3. They have to shoot it at a high percentage. I would say 48%. Sprinkle in some 3-point shots.
Well, they're shooting well, 11 to 23. The problem is 9 turnovers. They force one here, however. And Jeremy Shepard, the freshman point guard, hot picks and scores on a change of direction.
How quick and clever, Jeremy Shepard.
5 points, couple of assists, couple of rebounds for Shepard.
Anytime you can get ahead of the defense, especially when the defense has a 7', 6" center, that's how you score.
ECU in search of a 4th straight home win, 2nd overall. Blasted Temple in the second half last week. Williams on the turnaround, no. Pirates only 1-11 when trailing at the half. The 1 win was Wednesday. Shepard fouled on the way up.
Watch Jeremy Shepard, 1 in the white in transition. The fake turn, the teardrop. That is the ultimate floater against the ultimate rim protector.
Foul the second against B.J. Taylor. Shepard from John Marshall High School in Richmond, Virginia. Actually signed out of high school with UCF. But of course the coaching changed. Johnny Dawkins took over. Donnie Jones was let go after 6 years. And Shepard was let out of his scholarship, reconsidered his options. And here he is at ECU. What could have been. Shepard 2 for 2. The Pirates with 6 in a row.
Watch Shepard a lot in the summer. Plays for Team Loaded. An excellent summer program. But Shepard is a difference maker for East Carolina. In terms of his court ability, assist making. You saw how clever he was in transition. Good looking freshman.
12 to shoot for UCF. Out to Nick Banyard, who had 8.7 rebounds in the first half. Taylor. Offensive rebound. Fall just took it away from Banyard. And Fall is too strong with Washington in his 7-1 frame in the way. In transition, White. Fall got back quickly, cut off the lane.
Great point, Kevin. I was going to make that. Fall did not put his head down. He sprinted back to help his team, and he gets the block.
His first of the game on Hughes. Fall and Washington both to the floor. It's an unsettled situation here. Fall is the first one to get down the floor. Banyard feeds him, and Fall could not hang on and throws it right to Caleb White. Now Taco's on the deck. 5-on-4 for the Pirates, and a foul before the slam.
What an effort by Taco Fall. He got harassed at the rim on one end, but no foul called. Couldn't finish. Sprints back on defense. Makes a big-time block. Gets down the other end of the floor. He is really running the floor so much better than last year.
White alters that one. Fall, beg your pardon, altered the shot from White. And UCF comes up with a basketball. Taylor falling back. Taylor ties the game.
How nice was that shot by B.J. Taylor? The step back to create the space.
Too strong for White. And here's Taylor, who has both UCF buckets in the second half. Banyard, 4-3. Banyard puts the Knights back in front.
Credit B.J. Taylor with the pass. In his last game, B.J. Taylor had 19 points, 4 rebounds. He's scoring, being a playmaker for his team. He's been the catalyst right now.
Washington showing off the range.
That's what he does best offensively. Even though he's 7-1, he doesn't like to go inside and battle and fight for position. He'll go in there with a jump hook every now and then, but he is a face-up finesse 7-footer who can block shots.
Fall off the fake. Banyard took his time. A 3-second violation against Fall is the call. 1-point lead for UCF here in Greenville. The freshman Jeremy Shepard going to work for the Pirates.
Absolutely, he leads the American in conference games in rebounding, and he has a chance right now, Kevin, to be a difference maker with his energy off the bench.
12 points, 7.8 rebounds overall, more than 9 rebounds per game in conference, where the Pirates are 4-9 and looking for a third win in 4 games.
When you've been sitting a long time and you know that you made some mistakes and you get a chance to come in, the energy and the passion level could be really high right now for Barkley. He'd give his team a big spark.
White at the shot clock buzzer short. High rebound Nick Banyard, who is closing in on a double-double. Now B.J. Taylor for the Knights. That's an offensive foul. That's Taylor's 3rd personal. This is a UCF team that only has 7 scholarship players available.
A nice high ball screen. I thought he would have got into the lane on 1 dribble with the pull-up. 2 dribbles. He got in trouble a little bit, and then he decided to push off.
Something that's been more of a point of emphasis the last couple of years with the freedom of movement, that extended arm. Shepard over Taylor.
Shepard has such a great feel. Pick and rolls and on drives.
Nobody picked up Banyard, and he has been automatic from out there. 3 for 3 from deep.
Over 50% from behind the arc. Nick Banyard. Got to find him. Got to make him dribble it to a shot. If he's shooting off the catch, you're in trouble.
Game high 14 for the transfer from Illinois State out of Flower Mound, Texas.
That's where Marcus Smart came out of.
Shepard again. Banyard flings it inbounds to Fall. Banyard's a little bit gimpy right now on his right side, but gunning it out and leading the Knights in scoring. Off the curl, A.J. Davis, guarded by Barkley. Fall jockeying for position, left it short.
Again, great defense by Andre Washington. The battle of the bigs.
7-6 Taco Fall out of Senegal. The 7-1 Washington by way of Rocky Mount, Virginia.
Andre Washington is doing a great job in not letting Taco Fall catch it with 2 feet in the paint. If he can keep him outside the paint on the catch, or 1 foot outside the paint, he's done his job.
Second foul against Matt Williams, and there goes Taco. Chad Brown in for the first time in the half.
Now the defense changes for UCF.
And now immediately with Fall out of the game, Michelle and Ziggy against Washington. So a little
chess match
sub right there for Michael Perry.
Yep. Now you can leave Washington in and take advantage of his size, or give him a rest at the same time. But if you're East Carolina, make sure you touch the paint.
There's a paint touch for him. And Ziggy from Shepherd.
Well, the rim protector's gone. You can get into the paint with the drive to dish. There's no one to challenge. You can get in with the floater. Your whole offense opens up when Taco Fall steps out of the game.
White has been all over Williams today. He's really defended him well from deep.
East Carolina tight defensively.
Some room for Taylor, who leaves it short.
They defended that screen, the screener action, well.
Shepherd. Three lefties on this team, Barkley, White, and Tyson, who is out of the game right now. And Ziggy again, great energy off the bench for Ziggy, and back-to-back scores.
The footwork and the finish, beautiful.
Had a season-high 11 on Wednesday. He's at 9 with 12 and a half to go. Said he took out some of the frustrations from a tough season against Temple last Wednesday, or this Wednesday. Williams over White. Matt Williams, a fifth-year senior, great body control.
A great three-point shooter, but a strong body in the lane to finish.
6'5", 215. Barkley. Offensive rebound, Riak. Shepherd with options. Jitterbug move, and Riak fouled on the way up. What a cut by Shepherd. East Carolina will have free throws to tie when we return.
12 play.
Trail Barkley sat this game first half. Usually gives him 12. So big spark for Nzigi.
Big spark for Michael Perry, who is filling in for Jeff Lebo, the winningest coach in East Carolina's D1 history, who is watching from home, still recovering from hip surgery. Good to see Jeff at shoot around today. As we send him our best wishes, he continues to be with the team practices and film sessions. Hoping to be back on the court soon. Tonight after Virginia, North Carolina on ESPN Doma Sports Center at night. Kevin Connors and Nicole Briscoe will wrap up NBA All-Star Saturday night. Skill Challenge, dunk and three-point contests from New Orleans, plus highlights and analysis from a busy day. Sports Center on ESPN, streaming live on the ESPN app. And watch ESPN. Hey, you got the dunk contest, Paul Biancardi.
Give me a few minutes on that one. I'll come back to that.
I was going to ask you about the skills challenge, but that will be for the under 8, I think. Turnover by UCF.
Tell you what, Jeff Lebo is a great offensive player at North Carolina. And I'm so impressed on how his team plays defense. They're just so sound fundamentally. Their numbers are great. Now, obviously, Andre Washington makes a big difference. I'm impressed with the defense of East Carolina.
On pace to set school records for scoring and field goal percentage defense.
You know, Kevin, that takes practice, habits, teaching.
Offensive rebound, Riak puts the Pirates back in the lead with a stick back.
East Carolina now starting to get some second chance points. That's their first 2.
Mingus Maniacs are enjoying it in Mingus Coliseum in Greenville. 6 lead changes in the game, 5 ties. And White has smothered Williams.
Matt Williams needs a three-point look in this game.
Chad Brown overreact. Tough look. And a foul underneath. Davis battling for position. Foul is on Kentrell Barkley. It's only the first of the half on ECU, and you see in your bottom line 5 fouls already against UCF. Taylor and Brown have 3. Williams with 2.
Keep your eye on 12 in the black. Matt Williams coming off the screen. Excellent three-point shooter. Here he is on the baseline.
He's only taken 3 in the game, 1 for 3. White has done an outstanding job. Taylor over Shepard, and B.J. Taylor ties the game.
Taylor does a great job of getting into the lane, creating the space. Shepard was late with the hand. Taylor knocks it down.
Second leading scorer today for the Knights. Taylor averages 16.9 per game to lead the team. Shepard on Banyard right now, and Banyard stuck with him well. White with a push in the lane. That is an offensive foul drawn by Taylor.
Caleb White, left-handed, comes in. Just that little shoulder and a lot of acting on that one.
Oscars are in, what, 9 days?
Academy Awards.
Just getting ready.
I think he sold it. He sold
B.J.
it well.
Taylor, yeah.
And Jeremy Shepard, 1 in the white. He's got to do a much better job of defending Taylor off the bounce.
Williams got a look and makes East Carolina pay.
That's the guy you can't leave. Wherever he goes, you have to go. Matt Williams, 12 in the black. Deep three-point shooter, over 50%.
10 points for Williams. 6 in the country in threes made per game. Barkley, no flat-footed answer. And off of Inzighi, this is UCF ball.
You got to find 12 in the black. Matt Williams, 75% of his shots are threes. So when you think you're close enough, you're not. You got to get closer. He's a game changer with that three-point shot. He opens up the paint, opens up driving lines, can make consecutive threes, multiple threes in a game. It's a great weapon to have.
You know, we mentioned that Williams is a terrific three-point shooter. We mentioned that UCF has 7 scholarship players. Well, imagine if he was gone, because he committed to play at Wake Forest as a grad transfer. Once Johnny Dawkins took over, Williams said, I've been here 4 years, I've had some losing seasons, I want a new experience. And Dawkins said that's okay, but he continued to build a relationship with him, let him work out the facilities, and he showed him a lot of film with J.J. Redick. Dawkins, having been an assistant for around a decade at Duke, said, look, I think if you stay, you could be this kind of guy to our program. Well, Williams committed to Wake Forest, drove back to Orlando and said something didn't feel right. And after a few days, he went to Johnny Dawkins' office and said, I want to stay here. And my goodness, what a win that's been for this team.
And Johnny Dawkins, how he handled that situation made Matt Williams come back. A lot of guys would have shut the door to the gym and the weight room, not let him be welcome. But Johnny Dawkins, just a wonderful guy. You're not going to meet a better person in coaching than Johnny Dawkins.
Another unforced turnover for East Carolina as Hughes threw it away.
But
by the way, sorry to cut you off, that was the 4th foul on Chad Brown a possession ago, so Fall is back in.
And when you talk about how you handle recruiting or recruits or transfer situations, and when you treat people with kindness and respect, it comes back. Johnny Dawkins, outstanding job so far this year at UCF. His defense has been amazing.
Leads the country 35.6% field goal defense.
Another great offensive player in his day.
He's a National Player of the Year at 85. Banyard, soft touch off the window. That's 16 for Nick Banyard.
Banyard has that body to go inside and the stroke from deep. He can do it inside and out.
Grad transfer who joined the Knights. Long 2 for Riak. And Dang Riak out of Melbourne, Australia is on the board.
Riak doesn't shoot a lot of threes.
Fall Back in the game on Washington, got the block, and it traveled against Fall. Washington has dominated this matchup yet again.
Well, the first time these two massive bigs went at it, Taco Fall was held scoreless because of this guy right here, 31 in the white. Andre Washington, he jumps up straight. He keeps that principle of verticality, doesn't foul. Taco Fall having a tough time with the 7'1" Andre Washington.
Remember, Taco Fall, for folks that are saying, well, he's 7'6", why isn't he dominating him? He's only been playing basketball for about 5 years.
Absolutely.
Out of Senegal.
And he's still learning how to make moves and make shots. He can dunk a lot of things around the basket, but he's still learning how to play with his back to the basket.
Made great strides this year under Johnny Dawkins and a terrific strength and conditioning staff here at UCF. On defense now is Knights up 3. Shepard for the tie. Jeremy Shepard, a 35% shooter from deep, the best three-point shooter statistically on this team.
And 60% of his shots are threes, so you have to be alert to that if you're UCF.
Williams guarded by Riak, got the step back, rebound Davis to keep it alive, and falling over Davis was fouled. Tie game here with 7:04 to play. UCF and ECU jockeying for American Conference position.
Rebounding team in the American. Houston with the leading scorers, Rob Gray, Damian Dotson. In Connecticut, I know they've had some injuries, but they still have Jalen Adams, Rodney Purvis, Amita Brima inside. A lot of talent.
Well, timeout for A.J. Davis out of the timeout. A few more minutes for Paul to think about his pick in the dunk contest. We're going to hold the tension for dramatic effect. That and more coming back. Johnny Dawkins Knights. All right, it's finally time to reveal Paul's pick for the dunk contest tonight. And I think you have a skills challenge pick for us, too. Who you got?
Okay, dunk competition, Aaron Gordon, no question about it. Skills competition, the littlest guy on the floor, Isaiah Thomas from the Boston Celtics.
All right, so there you have it. Mark it down. Spend your Monopoly money. Gordon and Thomas. Nick Banyard to the deck, and a chance for a three-point play puts UCF back in the lead.
Banyard from the elbow, the fake handoff, the catch swipe, the drive, the strength, body control to finish. Great concentration for a chance for a three-point play.
50-year college player, started at New Mexico, a few years at Illinois State. He tied a career high on Tuesday with 18 against Tulsa. And that career high is still 18. He's tied it again after the missed free throw. Don't forget a great one coming up in this state, 8 Eastern tonight, Virginia UNC, site of College Game Day's 100th basketball episode. Shepard and White on the floor for ECU. White over Fall. And there's a foul with a whole lot of bodies in the way. It's going against East Carolina. And it's on Deng Riak.
Well, East Carolina gets into some scoring droughts. And I know Taco Fall has great shot blocking range, the ability to control the paint out to 15 feet. So you have to be really sharp, really exact where you get your shots from.
Haven't hit from the field in over 2.5 minutes right now, ECU. Shepard with the pressure. Out of bounds, off Shepard. It will stay UCF ball.
And this is what East Carolina did to UCF in the first game. They were down 17, East Carolina. They put on some pressure. UCF turned it over. They got back in the game. They had a chance to tie it up at the buzzer.
The final score in that game was 48-45 UCF. Davis blocked by Washington. That's another one, his 5th. Barkley on the move. No. Second chance, Barkley fouled. East Carolina is in the bonus. 1-1 coming up.
Tremendous defense by East Carolina, and then the ability to get it in the open floor. Jeremy Shepard goes straight down the line, keeps the ball in the middle of the floor. There's a 3-on-2. Now you get a chance for 2 free throws.
Taco Fall will take a break. Chad Brown in with 5:59 to go.
And expect, if these are made, for East Carolina to go back to their pressure. UCF looks a little unsure, a little unsteady. Now, if they can break it, they got to attack to score. You don't just want to break pressure, you want to score against it.
First point for Barkley was 3 straight double-doubles, but sat out the entire first half due to disciplinary reasons. 6'5" sophomore from Durham. Ties the score. And here is the East Carolina pressure again.
That's a 2-2-1. Almost a backcourt.
Over the top to Chad Brown.
And they have a shot blocker in the back, but Andre Washington. So you're not going to get you're not going to get layups against Washington. So smart move by Coach Perry. Put that press on.
Taylor for 3. Way offline. And headed to the Pirates. Do you like that shot?
Not really. You know, B.J. Taylor's been just 6 for 25 in his last 5 games from 3. That's 24%. He's so good at getting into the lane, into the pull-up. I'd like to see him try that first.
White with Barkley, Shepard, Washington, and Ziggy for East Carolina. No Tyson in this second half. A little bit slower after missing 7 games with a leg injury. Barkley on the drive, drew the contact, and puts the Pirates in front.
This is what Barkley does. He drives a baseline, splits 2 defenders. That is a grown man's finish. Kentrell Barkley lives at the line.
And a foul was assessed to Brown, his 5th. So Chad Brown, one of 7 available scholarship players, is fouled out. So much for that Taco Fall rest.
And that's the downside of not having enough depth for Taco Fall. You have to play a little more zone, which is okay with their size. They're a good-sized team, UCF. But you cannot rest Taco Fall like you want to. So he's going to play this game fatigued at the end.
5 in a row for Barkley. Pressure broken again by the Knights. And B.J. Taylor guarded by Barkley. Banyard has tied a career high with 18. Williams off a screen. No good from deep. Rebound Washington. Barkley, the pace pusher. Barkley to the rim. Fouled again.
You see the aggressiveness of Barkley going to the basket. He leads ECU in free throws attempted. And in free throws made. The push. You know where he's going. Can't stop him. Gets a head of steam. Strong athletic body, wide shoulders. He's slashing. Hybrid forward.
3 for 4 from the free throw line now for ECU. As the Pirates' first miss at the line, they're 9 of 10 at the foul line. UCF 2 for 6. Amplified in what is a 4-point game. Pirates keep the pressure on. They double Taylor.
Every time they score, the Pirates, they have the option to go into their pressure.
A.J. Davis is fouled by Barkley.
So you think about it, Kevin. You score with pace. You get fouled. You go to the free throw line. Crowd gets into it. Now you put on your press. Crowd loves that. And that's that home court advantage. You score. You set up your pressure.
They'll keep the pressure on. Remember, UCF committed 20 turnovers the first time these two met, and UCF on the season is nearly -6 in turnover margin. They shoot the ball fairly well. They play great defense, but they do not hang on to it. Down 4 with under 5 to play.
Ball's got to get to Taco inside.
Taylor goes into the body of Washington and finishes.
That's where he's terrific. B.J. Taylor. Heavy right-handed driver. You got to sit on that right hand. The hesitation is what frees him up. Love the way he just throws his body into Andre Washington. Takes the hit. Strong finish. In his last 5 games, B.J. Taylor has attempted 8.5 free throws per game.
Way short on that one. He knew it. Washington. Barkley picks it up. A lot of contact. Now some numbers, and Barkley throws it absolutely to nobody. My, oh my.
I call that the fall effect. And Taco Fall is back there. You see him.
Fall effective disorder?
You see him in the paint, and I'm telling you what, it makes you change what you want to do. Just his mere presence on the floor.
Here's a 2-on-1 with Davis and Fall. Davis, little stutter step, and that's the Washington effect. Shepard, backdoor, Barkley. What a feed for the freshman, Jeremy Shepard. Williams stripped from behind by Shepard. Jeremy Shepard, the freshman, off to Barkley. UCF is on the ropes, and Shepard and Barkley are landing the punches. Timeout Knights. It's a 13-4 ECU run spurred by that young man, out for disciplinary reasons, we're told, for the first half. East Carolina with a lead of a game-high 6. Pressure hounding UCF, which does break it again with Williams. But even with these little 3-on-2s, 2-on-1s, Washington's presence alters that offensive strategy. Taylor goes into Barkley. Fall is there, cannot put it back in. Taco Fall just 1 for 7 with 6 turnovers.
I know this sounds crazy, but I would take it into Andre Washington, because if you miss it, Taco Fall can clean it up. He's always down the floor in the press offense.
If you draw Washington away, if you take it into him, right?
I take it into him, throw it up high, and Fall will get it, because Washington has to come off of Fall.
Washington 7 to shoot. It's White off the hard screen. Barkley there, but he missed time to jump. And it's UCF basketball under 3 to play.
That's where you want to shoot it. If you're East Carolina, come inside the 3-point line, but you got to pull up quick, because Taco Fall at 7'6". With an 8-foot 4-inch wingspan, he has great shot blocking range. He can get out to 15 feet, block it or change it. Nobody like him in the college basketball game.
UCF shooting just 36.8% from the floor. Long 2 for Williams to 4-point game.
Johnny Dawkins has been running that set all afternoon. They hit the left elbow, and Taco Fall with a down screen, a pin down on the right side for Matt Williams. Money.
12 points for Williams, their second leading scorer. White, quiet offensive game, off to Shepard.
UCF really needs to lock in and get some stops.
Oh, Shepard threw it away. White saves it for being a backcourt. Davis guarding Shepard. Fall away jumper too strong, and that is a shot clock violation. Had Davis at 6'9" with a huge wingspan, draped all over the 6'1" Shepard.
UCF leads the nation. Field goal percentage defense at 35.6. Right now, East Carolina shooting it at 46%. They got to tighten that up down the stretch.
Banyard facing Nzigi. Williams contested. Oh, money from Matt Williams.
When he does not have to dribble to a shot, You said it. He's money. He's big money with that jump shot.
Whoa, look at this. Shepard thought he had a timeout. Was not called. And Davis makes him pay. UCF takes the lead. An absolute brain freeze for the Pirates.
I'd get a timeout right now if I'm Coach Perry.
And there it is. Watch this right here. Never got the timeout granted.
You can't assume that people can hear you. You have to play through until you hear the whistle. If not, major turnover. Bam Adebayo. That's going to be a close game.
We got a close one here. 87 seconds to play. A boneheaded East Carolina turnover. UCF converts into 2 and the lead. Now the Pirates with the ball down 1. White from deep. And a foul on Nzigi on the rebound try. He went over the back.
Well executed play for your best shooter. Caleb White coming off some screening action. Got a good look.
White is only 1 for 10 in the game, but I mean, you mentioned it. 11 points per game. He's scored 12 or more points per game on average in his first 3 years. Nearly 1,500 career points. Okay with him taking that shot, even on a rough day. Taylor with 1-and-1, he missed it.
Tell you what, Taylor's last 5 games, only 62%. You got to close.
1 of 4 from the line. Tough day there for UCF. Kentrell Barkley into Fall, nowhere to go there. Under a minute to play.
They just forced that ball right into Taco Fall, UCF. That's why they lead the nation in defense.
It's Barkley, hounded by Davis for 3. Rebound loose and won by B.J. Taylor with Washington Gimpy. It is a 5-on-4 here. Fall runs the floor and Nzigi drapes him.
Tell you what, that could be an intentional foul.
The UCF bench certainly thinks so. It is not a bad foul by any means with Washington on the other end of the floor. If it's a common foul, of course. If it's an intentional foul, a flagrant foul, it becomes a minor disaster and the officials are going to the monitor.
Well, for it to be a common foul, Kevin, it has to be a play on the ball. And that is clearly not a play on the ball.
It's Nzigi's second play, not a legitimate play on the ball. So Taco Fall will go to the line where he is a 46.7% foul shooter. UCF is 2 of 8 at the free throw line. And how about that? Big man comes through.
He doesn't get much bend in his knees, but I'll tell you what, he rotates that ball up high.
Taco 1 for 2.
Now UCF gets the ball again. They get the possession back. This is where East Carolina would have got the ball if it was a common foul.
38.8 of the game clock here, 30 to shoot. Do you foul or do you let this one play out?
It's close. I think you gotta trap and try to speed up UCF.
Well, Fall gets the ball. Washington fouls him, and now Fall with a shove after. The officials are quick to get in between, and Nick Banyard is screaming at his own teammate Fall as UCF gets the big man away.
I'll tell you what, that could be an F1.
Johnny Dawkins is out on the floor as well. And the officials are going to review again.
Ball comes inbounds. The strategy was to foul right away. Andre Washington with a hard foul. Referee calls it, and Taco Fall gets aggressive as the whistle blows or after it blows. Watch the hard foul. Play on the ball. Should stop right there. And Taco Fall with a little bit of a push at the end. That could be deemed a dead ball technical foul.
Just come over.
Common foul. Taco Fall will shoot 2 shots.
So nothing excessive.
Nothing excessive.
Taco back to the line. And side iron on the first.
I'll tell you what, the officials in this game, I think, have done a great job in a close game.
They're just saying that because you and Kyle Ingram have such a friendly history.
Oh, Kyle Ingram probably teed me up back when I was at Wright State, but I'll tell you what, they have great control of this game. The calls have been accurate. You don't know they're here. That's when you know the officials are doing a great job.
A 3-point lead for UCF. Shepard, guarded by Taylor. And Ziggy with the screen. Shepard now with Banyard on him. Out to White. 20 seconds remaining. Barkley into the lane, around Fall, no go, loose ball, there's a foul on the floor, and it is against Nzigi of East Carolina.
When you take it to Taco Fall, bad things usually happen. He either blocks your shot or changes it, and that's why UCF leads the nation in field goal percentage defense. I think you got to stop well ahead of the paint and pull up and shoot it, or when you get close to the paint, Kevin, you got to throw it back out.
So Fall has split the first 2 trips to the line, and he hits the first here.
And that was the philosophy of East Carolina. Talked to Jeff Lebo today. Hey, we're not going to challenge him at the rim. He's too good, and no one's had success. And sometimes the heat of the moment, you're in there, you think you can take him on, but he wins.
Jason Benetti and friends will be with you from lovely Ames.
At the end of the day, you're going to be down 2 possessions. I think you want to score as quickly as possible.
2 or 3, just get a basket?
I think you got to score as quickly as possible, and if that's a 2, that's fine. But if you bring it in and Taco's there, I think you got to have shooters spotting up all around the perimeter.
Big shot here. Fall 1 for 2, rebound Washington.
And this got to be a really quick hitter.
Shepard looking for the handoff to White. Well defended by Taylor. 7 seconds, got to get it up. Barkley tried to draw the contact, did not. And Ziggy's putback, no go, but count the basket. A goaltending call with Fall's arm and the basketball up near the rim.
And UCF just simply switched the handoff. They switched the ball screen. And they switched hard. They switched out. They took the jump shot away.
Nathan Lang is in for free throw purposes. Let's take a look here.
And Ziggy goes up. Ball hits the backboard. It's goaltending.
Well, one final timeout taken with 2.6 seconds to go.
So now if you're East Carolina, East Carolina is going to be face guarding their man. That means they're going to be standing in front. You could maybe get a little back screen bump, go long, and end this game.
And Washington is going to guard the ball. And if UCF can't get this in, they're not going to have a choice to save themselves because they have no timeouts.
Johnny Dawkins takes Taco Fall out of the game. That's a great move on the offensive end. I think you get something long.
Banyard will throw it up there for Lang. Got to touch it for time to start. And Lang does, and a foul is called at 2.1 seconds against Nzigi. Nzigi absolutely shell-shocked.
Let's take a look at that again. I expected somebody to back screen and go long. They just threw it long. Great hustle. Let's see where his feet are. Left foot in bounds, right foot still in bounds.
Now the question may be, where's the foul against Nzigi?
I didn't see a foul. I thought the ball just went out of bounds.
I don't think Nzigi saw a foul either, judging by the expression on his face.
Let's see what happens. And Nzigi chasing it down. There's the save, left foot in bounds.
Right
two
there.
hands on his hip. That's what they're calling a common foul.
In the summer, because his father Robbie was hired as an assistant, and Nathan wanted to be a graduate assistant. He came not to play, but to be a coach. He has coaching in his bloodlines, and that's something he wants to pursue. Well, he was working out with the team in summer, Aubrey Dawkins, who's Johnny Dawkins' son and a player on this UCF team and an eligible transfer, found out he had eligibility, pitched the idea, hey, why doesn't Nate suit up? We need some bodies. And Nathan has ended up actually starting 5 games and playing in 26. So it's an amazing story after he had an injury-marred career at Jacksonville State. And now he can seal the game with 2 free throws.
Well, he's 10 for 14 on the season, 71% for Nathan Lang.
Well, this is a little more interesting now, isn't it?
Well, this one makes it real interesting. If he makes 2, it's over in effect. By making this, East Carolina has to get a 3-point shot. If he misses this, it's not all that bad because the clock starts.
And Lang makes it. Do you foul quickly if you're UCF? Well, we'll get a timeout for East Carolina so you can think about it. 3-point lead, 2.1 seconds to go.
And now I think you got to put Taco Fall back into the game for the defensive end. Put him on the basketball at 7-6. Set a screen on the defender. Will Wade did it at VCU. Got a big call in a game with 0.4 seconds to go.
Hughes is the inbounder. Washington is in the game right now with Shepard, White, and Barkley. And Washington's there as his screener. Washington back to Hughes. 3 for the tie. No go. And UCF sneaks out of Greenville with a 61-58 win.